Hi there, this is Karina from Ragebreed, and you are listening to Ragebreed Against Bullying on Ragebreed Radio. And this is part 4 in the series of Ragebreed Against Bullying. And we're going to be talking a little bit about, the Chris Heap story, but also it's kind of entwined with Metal Maelstrom because they were involved with this story, including world metal scene with Sarah Jacobs and Marla Williams, and and also a band called Hydra. So I'm going to start from the beginning. It's quite a bit of a long one, so what I'm kind of probably do is put it into bite-sized chunks for you guys, because it was a really difficult period of my life in 2020 or 2019 when it all started.
Hey everybody, this is Brendel Jelly from Spamicidal Jelly. Look here, if you fucking bully, you're an ass. That's alright, I said it. Don't stand for it. I was bullied as a teen. I wasn't any good at sports. I wasn't good at talking to girls. Still kind of not. And, my family didn't really have the money to put me into, the most popular clothes. So I had to make do. And I just drifted by. Eventually, it got to me to the point where I had to leave school. So, if you're one of those assholes, knock it off. Because let me tell you, there's nothing worse than being a bully. Do yourselves a favor. Apologize to those who you've bullied. They could be sitting up at a fucking clock tower right now waiting for you to go by because of your ass. Keep that in mind. Something Spamicidal Jelly doesn't stand for, something I don't stand for. All forms of bullying need to be eradicated from Earth. I said it. Deal with it.
I'm Johnny Chadwick from Rough and Rude. There's another virus going around next to Corona. It's called bullying. We, the boys from Rough and Rude, and the family at Ragebreed Records are totally against bullying. And whoever's bullying, stop the bullshit. It's not worth it. Stop being an asshole. Stop being a dick.
So I'm going to start with when I met Sarah Jacobs from World Metal Scene. Obviously, you guys know that we were friends for a long time. We used to call each other soul sisters. We got on really well, and I really, really did care about her. And, I protected her from a lot of nasty people, and that's what I do for my staff. If they're being ridiculed or anything like that, I step in and I try and help, I try and resolve it with the people. Because that's part of management, if they're experiencing difficulty. Now, let's get a couple of things straight. When I met Sarah Jacobs, she had been seeing someone while she was married, but they had split up at the time. He was still with someone, and he was asking her to do sexual stuff over the net, okay? And I'm saying this because it's really relevant to this whole thing, because he was basically using her and he wasn't going to get with her properly. And, she had a husband that loved her and cared for her, and she was a mess. She didn't know what to do. He had denied everything and said that she was a stalker and threw her under a bus, basically. And she was upset because, she still wanted to get to the point where everyone was amicable, because of that breakup, his friends from Metal Maelstrom and Heaps of Metal had cut her out, and because I defended her, they cut me out as well. So I was dragged into this drama, but I did it to protect her. She wanted me to talk to Jim, so I spoke to Jim. I asked her permission before I talked to him, and he denied everything between them both. So she sent me some screenshots of how they'd been talking, and I said to him, you cannot lie about this. You can't throw her under a bus like this, because, I've been in a similar situation where, a guy has hit on me and then denied it, and it's called gaslighting, you know. So I wasn't prepared for her to go through the same thing that I went through. So I told him, you know, I want you guys to at least try and sort things out, at least be amicable. You know, you don't have to admit what's gone wrong, draw a line under it, but you do not fuck with people like this. You know, it's not right, you know. And I was trying to be a caring person, you know, because that's who I am. And I said, I'm friends with you both. And I'd known Hydra for when he came down to Ragebreed Club Night. And, we did an interview with him, and, he really enjoyed the night. And, he was telling me to come up to parties down theirs and stuff. Obviously, I never went. But, as far as I was aware, this was someone who I was friends with. But turns out he was spreading lots of lies about me and calling me this and that and narc and all this kind of bullshit behind closed doors. So when Sarah told me that, obviously she exposed the truth to me. I saw the screenshots. I was livid, because obviously, here's me thinking we were cool and I've helped his band out. We were even looking at putting them on Rage Fest. And this is the kind of shit that he was coming up with. And then they were very sort of like paranoid and insecure. So I just stopped working with them. Now, because her and him were off and on all the time, it put me in a weird predicament because his friends, obviously, was Chris Heap and Metal Maelstrom. They kept like blocking her and blocking me, then apologising, then we'd make up. And this went on for ages because they just, she would then say to me, right, I'm not going to have anything to do with him. I'm married. My commitment should be with him. But she started to message him. And because she was in love with him and he obviously just had a few people that he was into and stuff. I could see it for what it was, and it really upset me because it triggered me because I'd gone through a similar thing where the guy got with lots of my friends and, I wasn't the only one. And it still hurts me to this day that she chose that over our friendship, but it is what it is. But anyway, then obviously because of all that happened, we then had got into a situation. If you remember, I was telling you guys about the babes in band top situation where, there were groups basically being sexist and removing posts of attractive women in band tops who were sexy, and I stood up for Sarah because they were removing her posts mainly. And then on another group, they started doing the same thing. And then it was told to me that a lot of groups are going to ban babes in band top posts, which obviously, as someone who believes in equal rights, yeah, I wasn't happy about it. So, I had a discussion and I, spoke to the guy who owned the group, and also the other guy that owned the other group, and they were taking posts down with, I believe it was Heavy Metal Entertainment, saying that, I think it's Dan Rudd, I believe, and he said, I took the post down, she was too hot and she made me feel bad. That was the reason, because I was part of the moderator team for these groups as well. So I could see injustice happening across the board on these groups. Women were being removed, and it was just unbelievable. I just couldn't believe that we're supposed to be in 2021, and yet there's people that are still that backward, and I basically defended her from these people. And in the end, she turned on me and decided to take their side. It's unbelievable just talking about it now, but this is actually what happened. And she started going against me instead. She wanted to control what I was posting. She started to get drunk and, lash out. She just literally lost her mind. A few people in the Ragebreed chat agree, and so I gave her the option to leave because I said, I'm not going to be told what to do. I'm your manager. You know, I've told you to follow a dispute process if there's problems, just like everyone else. You know, if these people are messaging you, tell them to follow a dispute process. But she got sucked into the haters and started to believe them over me. And the other thing that I think finally hit the nail on the head was the fact that she decided to go back to gym. And I knew at that point, when she said I'd messaged him, I knew what was going to happen, because obviously he didn't like me, so it would be a choice between myself and her. Myself and him, and she chose him, which is why now she's pally with Metal Maelstrom and Heaps of Metal. I feel sorry for her husband in all of this, but you know, it is what it is. I saw some of the texts that they were texting each other. You know, even while she was with him and together with him, he was upset that she had gone back to talking to him. You know, it was drama, drama, drama all the time. So because I decided to basically, you know, when we had the discussion, sorry, I'm trying to track back now. She decided to leave, and that was because Alloy Radio had some haters, and they blamed it on me, and it had nothing to do with me, because when we looked in the notifications, it was actually to do with them. But anyway, so Amanda had blocked me for no reason. I woke up to Marla messaging me saying, what's going on? I says, I don't know, what now? You know, because it was like a never-ending pitstorm of drama. She said, Sarah's put this status up. So I looked at the status, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, sitting there dogging Ragebreed that we have loads of haters, which we do. You know, I'm not saying that that's wrong, but yeah, she was literally, her and Amanda were just going full force and pretty much bringing me down on that status. So that's when I was just like, you know, this just isn't working. She isn't being a friend, she isn't defending me, she's doing the opposite, she's doing what a hater would do. And it's because Jim was obviously trying to manipulate her and say that magazines should be paying bands for interviews. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's absolute rubbish. If you ask for rate cards for any magazine, they will give you a rate card, they'll tell you, you know, exactly what's what. So I was just like, even features and stuff, you know, in some magazines, you know, you have to pay for front page ad, back page ad, you know. We do exactly what other industry professionals do for media and radio. But people who are uneducated don't know how it works, because I've never worked in a place like that. I've worked with, you know, magazines like Metal Hammer. I've placed ads in Metal Hammer, you know, being a promoter and stuff. And it's just, I think the frustration for me is that people don't understand how business works. They do not know the difference between not-for-profit charities and business. If you are a business, you are there to make money in order to pay your bills and things like that. Now, some businesses operate, you know, with a lot of different things. So we're performance-based. We basically do things a little bit differently than most businesses, because we do commission-based work, we do voluntary paid work, and we do fee-based work as well. So most people that are on our books are self-employed, and they do things, you know, like that basically. And we do it mainly for a risk factor, and because we don't have huge budgets, which everyone knows. As soon as I bring them in, I let them know what their contract is. They know everything. So yeah, so basically she left, and then it was just one bad thing after another. You know, it was like she decided to lie as well after she left. And she put a big status up, and so then we had to obviously counteract the status, and we made quite a nice status, and we just said, you know, I've backed her and I've supported her in the past when she's needed my support and loyalty, and when it came down to me, you know, that wasn't given back as a friend, let alone someone who you're working with. And we just were honest about what happened, but we wished her the best and everything, and it was all good. And as far as I was aware, that would be fine. You know, we defended our name because she was trashing it. Next thing I know, massive boycott. She was like, Ragebreed magazine's going down. Then she lied about not being paid, right? So we hadn't even discussed that at that point, you know, because she just left. So I said to her, just drop me an email, we'll sort out what commissions you're owed and stuff. And I worked it out and I sent her the commissions. She lied to everyone saying she was not been paid and all this bullshit. It was just a way to try and bring me down, you know, so I think she was trying to impress, you know, Jim, basically. So, yeah, you know, so basically since then, you know, we had Marla on board. Marla went the same way, lied about loads of stuff, basically ruined a lot of friendships and, you know, client stuff, lied about it, went to my hater page. I've had nothing but problems with World Metal Scene. I spoke to Jason, he got drunk and put fuck Ragebreed on there. I was like, what is wrong with these people? Like, seriously, like, I haven't done anything to them. But they just joined in with haters, you know, so it was just like, well, you know, this is just sad. You know, I don't work with, you know, I work with professional people that know what wrong and right is. You don't bully people online, you know, and a lot of these groups and pages allowed bullying against me, even Chris Heap, and that's why I'm coming back to this now. That's the main problem at the moment, is that clique of World Metal Scene, Chris Heap, Alloy, all that kind of stuff. They're just really, really cliquey. They're really sort of like bring down competition. I know that's what it's about. I have screenshots for everything because I keep everything. So if I ever decided, you know, to take it further, I can. But at the minute, you know, my priority is to get better. I've just been out of hospital. I'm still in pain. I know a lot of the hater pages going, oh, it doesn't take that long to heal, but fuck you, basically, because it still hurts. I spoke to my dad today and he says because the wound was very deep, it's going to take some time for me to heal, you know. But yeah, so basically, obviously, because me and Sarah fell out, then I got blocked by Chris Heap and Metal Maelstrom, and she basically manipulated the situation to her advantage, hence why there's a click there. So that's the whole reason why this all happened. All I've ever done is supported my friends and fought for equal and human rights. Where I see that there's wrongdoing, I will obviously speak up because I don't believe in prejudices, and I do believe in speaking up when things are wrong, you know. That's who I am, and I'm about justice, you know. I do believe that if someone is bullying you, I have no issue with you fighting back or standing up for yourself. I do believe in that. Do not be afraid of bullies, because a lot of the time, you know, these people wouldn't say shit to you to your face, you know, that they're too scared. It's just like they're just doing it because they're insecure. It's that simple. I mean, Chris, yeah, okay, he's been depressed and stuff, you know. I helped him through some hard times. I told him that I'm here for support. You know, he's calling me sister and all this bullshit. And then next thing you know, I'm blocked again for the third time for no reason. And he's like, you know, he supports a fucking cheat and a guy like Jim who is a narcissist because he doesn't care who he's hurting. I get that he's unhappy in his relationship, but fucking leave if you're not happy. Don't, you know, like, stay in the relationship and then, you know, try and bring girls in and get them to be sexy for you and stuff and all that bullshit. That's being an arc, you know. With me, I'm a confident empath, but I will absolutely self-promote because I own a business, and part of social media marketing is about doing videos and, you know, doing modelling and things like that, because that's part of my brand. You know, it's been part of my service. So yeah, you are going to get pictures and videos, and in all honesty, it's only the haters that get upset. So what does that tell you? You know, if, like, it's just so sad. It, you know, like I was looking through the hater page today, and I felt embarrassed for them because they look so insecure, and they're literally like spending so much time on me, which I just find odd. I mean, I know it happens when you start, you know, moving up or whatever, but It's just, I just cannot believe the stupidity of some of these people. I really don't. They don't know how things are done. And they're all like loud voices. Oh yeah, well this is wrong. Dude, have you even spoken to magazines like Metal Hammer, Kerrang? Have you asked for their rate card? Have you even like discussed anything with the... It's like they don't know how things are done. And then they are like, and they're so passionate about bullshit. It's just really weird for me. Like I would at least research with other magazines how much they charge when it comes to rates. I'd probably phone up a radio show and say, how much do you charge for advertising? Then you can sit there and say, oh, well, it's wrong, but it isn't, because it's business. There's a difference between a charity and a business. I mean, you just need a dictionary to just work that out. Seriously, like look up what a business means and then look up what a charity means. And to be honest with you, we work with bands with zero budgets. We do things for free. We do our modelling for free when it comes to bands. We're not like, a horrible militant company, but we do expect to have income from the business that we bring. And next year it will be, we will be definitely bringing on different services and branching out, and we're looking at expansion and stuff, and I'm getting a plan ready for that. But I just despair of Chris and all that lot. All these cliques are they're just mad. They just have no idea how things are done. And people who are in the business and they see it, they're like, what is wrong with these people? I was like, I don't know. I was like, seriously, I don't know, because it's like I've worked with huge labels for so long. I've worked with big bands for so long. Since 96, I've been working with bands, I've been working with magazines and things like that. And, yeah, fair enough, before it was just like an event now and again. And 2020, we decided to expand. 2021, we launched the radio. 2020, we launched the magazine. Now, my health, as you guys know, and I've been very open about this, has been very up and down. I've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I have PCOS, and I deal with hypertension and have diabetes type 2. And, I have been, for someone just to eat a slice of bread, right, their sugar wouldn't go up to over 4 or 5 or anything. My sugar goes to 15 if I have one slice of bread. So my diabetes at the minute is basically, we're trying to find the right treatment for it. And I am at the minute, swapping medications so it's better and it's more treatable. Now, what tends to happen is when your sugar goes up, it creates more fat storage in your body. And that's why when I had PCOS, I was insulin resistant. So that's why it's harder for women who have PCOS to lose weight. Couple that with underactive thyroid and couple that with mood, stress, anxiety, where your hormones are up and down. I don't function like a normal, regular human being. So people need to understand that. And if I do get an anxiety attack, it's very hard for me, and I do go into low moods, and I find it extremely difficult to talk about stuff like this. But I am on, correct medication. I take care of myself now. I did, the swimathon thing in October, and I did 22 miles, which is equivalent, well, it's actually 23 miles I did, and that's the equivalent of crossing the English Channel. I'm really proud of myself. I got a medal for it, and I raised money for Diabetes UK. And, it's like, it's not that I eat loads and loads and loads. I eat probably 3 times a day. And I probably have maybe a couple of snacks, but I'm always eating relatively healthy, because I've been reading about what I should be eating. I log everything on my Samsung phone and stuff, and my Fitness Pal. I was doing really good. And then, but at Christmas, I said, right, I will let myself go a little bit at Christmas, which I have done. And I have no issue with that. I mean, I'm still, getting sizes down. I've gone from a size 24 to 26 to, and then I went down to a 20 to 22, then 18 to 20. I'm now around 14 to 16. Still on the plus size, but I'm an average woman in the UK, you know. I just have a very big bust. You know, the next used to say your tits and ass and legs, you know, which is true. I am. I'm a very curvy woman. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I don't want to lose that. So I don't want to be like a size 0, because I actually like my body, you know, I like my figure. I just need to tone up in certain areas. I need to lose weight on my stomach and my hips. And, you know, just in little small areas. My legs I'm quite happy with, my bum I'm happy with. Maybe I could lose a bit more weight on my arms, you know. But it's stuff that will take a bit of time. And next year, you know, I'm going to be on it once my operation has healed. My appearance that my hater pages are always, you know, going on about me. I think there's a guy called me Miss Piggy. I was like, fucking hell, dude. Like, yeah, all right, whatever. You know, it's like you see stuff like that, and yet I'm modelling for some big brand names, you know. Summer of Madness Festival, Metal in the Mountains. You know, we did a poster for Bloodstock Festival with my face on it. Vlad Promotions. There's been so many that have wanted my face to represent them, you know, and that's what influencing and brand ambassador and modelling is all about. You know, I've modelled free for bands. You know, I've been doing band shots for them. You know, it's like I just don't get people. Like, you know, I get that I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm not that sort of like, oh, I need everyone's approval. I don't. I really, really don't. You know, but I don't understand bullying. I mean, fair enough if someone said, she's not really right for me, she's not really someone I'm attracted to. That's fine, you know, that's cool. You know, there's people that I'm not attracted to, you know, I like them as friends, but no. But if they said it like that'd be fine. But it's the fact that people are so cruel and vindictive and nasty, you know, and they enjoy it. It's so weird. I mean, I'll go on the page and it's like they're getting such a kick out of it. It's like, fucking hell. I mean, healthy people don't do this. You know, emotionally healthy people, they don't do this. You know, but I will always fight back, and I will always, you know, people say, oh, well, you know, if you fight back, then you're bullying. No, you're not. You know, and I'll always repeat this. If someone is bullying you and they start it, they are the bully. You are the target. How you decide to deal with that bullying is up to you. You have every right to fight back. You have every right to stand up for yourself or deal with it or rise above it. However you want to deal with it, it's down to you. Because there's no right and wrong here. You know, but it's like when someone has smacked me in the face, I've smacked them right back. You know, won the fight. And this is the thing, people think that I'm quite weak, and I'm not. You know, I just before all this shit, I just used to rise above it and do the whole classy thing. But I realised that, you know, with bullying, there's no consequence there, people continue to do it. So that's why we're doing a Ragebreed Against Bullying campaign, because all the people that have gone through cyberbullying, they now have a voice. They now have a page that will listen to them and, you know, give them a place where they can get that confidence to speak up. I mean, even in my posts recently, it has inspired other women to speak up for, you know, with what they've been going through. It's inspired men even to open up about their bullying. And that's why we do what we do, because even though I'm the target and I know that people are trying to humiliate me right now, but I don't feel humiliated. And because I don't believe the things that they're saying, I just see it as their insecurities, you know. I mean, fair enough. My eyeliner didn't look perfect. I'll agree with that. So what? I mean, what does it really do to someone else if your eyeliner isn't perfect? And this is what I don't get. It's like they're committed to bringing you down. They're committed to try and draw out any kind of insecurity. But the bottom line is this. I'm very confident in who I am. You can't bring down a strong woman. You really can't. You know, I might have had times where it's triggered my anxiety because I have PTSD, but believe me when I say this, it's a waste of time, because I'm still going to continue being me. I'm still going to continue doing what I do, and I'm going to continue to expand and, you know, create my business and do damn well at it. because we are working with huge companies, we are working with big media people. With even Adam from Bloodstock has put something on his. When I told him about what's going on and showed him some of the, vitriol, I think he was kind of like, what, and he was just. He said, look, we have a zero tolerance for bullying. He says, we're going to be putting something on our site. Once it's up, share it about and stuff. And that's what we did. As soon as we found out it was out, we started sharing it. And I want to thank Adam from Bloodstock for having my back on this. He knows how hard it has been for me. And I've, told him, I was really upset because of, some of the things that have been said. But he's assured me that his staff are going to be told not to get involved in this kind of vitriol, and and they'll be told that they cannot, say anything negative about Ragebreed in the future, and for that I'm very, very grateful. So yeah, basically that we've come a long way. Ragebreed really has. I mean, from going from a night now and again to what we've launched, the radio has gone so well. I'm just so thankful to all of you that have listened to the radio. Even my haters are boosting my stats because they want to listen to what we've put in, and they're sharing the video, so thank you to my haters as well. You're promoting me, and you're making yourself look really silly, so but that's all good. But yes, so in terms of obviously how we've been doing great. We do want to start building up business properly next year. So the other services that we're going to be bringing in will be happening next year as well. As a life coach, I'm certified in relationship workshops, group life coaching and life coaching as well. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of work with Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit next year with life coaching. We're doing card readings for those of you that believe in that kind of stuff. Those who don't, not a loss to you. Don't obviously buy it. Other stuff that I do is graphic design. So if you guys want to have anything done by Ragebreed, by myself, I'm a level 5 graphic designer. So if you want anything doing, let me know. I'm going to be booking up appointments next year. Now, in terms of Ragebreed Against Bullying, we are going to be bringing on some counsellors, some more life coaches, just so we've got some more parties involved. We are going to be doing some interviewing. I'm going to be handing this some of this down to Emily Sazzo, who is in Team Healer. So she's going to be bringing in some people who would be interested. Now, if you're someone that wants to work on the Ragebreed Against Bullying side of things, and you feel, or you're working in any kind of healthcare position, a counsellor, psychotherapy, and do you want to volunteer, please let her know. Her email address is emily_ragebreed@hotmail.com, or you can send your CV, actually, which would probably be better, to hr_ragebreed@hotmail.com and CC in myself, which is Karina_ragebreed@hotmail.com, and also CC in Emily_ragebreed@hotmail.com. I also want to thank everybody who has done such great videos for us this year. We've had spermicidal jelly, we've had, we've had so many people send in videos or statements when it comes to it. Now, if you are someone who is passionate about anti-bullying, if you would like to send us a video of yourself, you can do. You can send it through Messenger to the Ragebreed Against Bullying page, or you can send it directly to me via Messenger. Just make it like less than a minute, just to say that you support Ragebreed Against Bullying. If you want to mention that you've been through your own experiences, you can. And it'll be something that will be shared on our Ragebreed TV site on YouTube. Remember to subscribe to Ragebreed TV on YouTube, and also don't forget to subscribe to Ragebreed Radio on Podbean or Spotify. You can listen to TuneIn, Amazon, and also Alexa. I believe it's Google, and Listen Notes. I think there's quite a few places where you can listen to Ragebreed Radio now, and it's going absolutely great, and I can only thank you all from the bottom of my heart for that. Right, when it comes to Ragebreed magazine, okay, I know this year has been very, very difficult for me. We've been understaffed, I've had health problems, and we've not had all of our interviews back in time for the end of the year. The reason being is one of the people that are doing one of the interviews has now got COVID and has been hospitalised, and he can't fill out the answers for the interview, and two others haven't sent me the interview back yet either. I have chased it up, but what I'm going to be planning to do, because I have to rest anyway, my dad and the hospital have said that I need another 2 weeks of rest, because obviously my dad's been nursing the wounds while I'm here at the moment, taking off, the bandages and stuff, and it still hurts when I lift my arm, and I can't lie on that area of my back still yet. I'm still on strong painkillers, so when they run out, it's really, really painful. But because what it was is the cyst wasn't just under the skin, it was very deep into my back. It was a very, I was told that it is going to take a while for it to heal up properly. So, those on the hater pages that are just lying and saying, oh, you don't know shit. You really don't. And I'm the one going through it. If this hadn't have happened, the magazine would have been released in time. And if some of the people that we were interviewing hadn't got COVID, we would have had everything ready in time. So, just bear with us. We are going to get the magazine out. It's probably going to have to be in the new year now. But please be rest assured that it is coming out. That we have been designing furiously, and you have to bear in mind that it is just me, and I'm running not just Ragebreed magazine, but the label, the radio, all the different services that we do, and then obviously the other stuff that I do, like graphic design and life coaching. So, and the modelling. My life is very, very busy. So, I am going to be prioritising next year, and I'm going to be bringing on more recruitment, because that's where we're lacking. I need a lot more people in Ragebreed for this to work. We're going to be looking at expansion. I'm going to be speaking to a few people to see whether we can get some extra funding. But we will keep everyone informed of what we're going to be doing. What I would suggest is, for Ragebreed Against Bullying, my message to you is this: do not support people who are bullies. Why are you doing it? These people are wrong. They need to be told, and they need to learn a lesson. We cannot help the mental health issue in England or all over the world if all of us are just laying into each other. I hate having to defend myself and biting back, but I have to do it because, if I do nothing like I used to, they continue. And people think that they'll just stop, and they don't. And in fact, what they do is they form groups and it gets worse. So that's why Ragebreed are fighting back, because we don't deserve it, and we aren't going to allow this kind of treatment to be happening. And we will be getting a lot of support over the next year. We're going to be talking to sign bands, doing videos for us, and we're going to make a very big movement on this. Same with Ragebreed Mind, Body and Spirit, how to look after yourself after you've been a victim of being abused, or maybe you've gone through domestic violence. People who have been on the receiving end of nasty treatment, cyberbullying, that kind of thing. Or maybe it's somebody who wants to help with weight loss and things like that. I've gone down quite a few sizes, and I'm going to be sticking to something that I know that works for me. Exercise is key, balance is key, So I will be helping people out next year with what I've learned. You can also check out my quotes on my Instagram. Yeah, that's another thing. You can actually subscribe to my Instagram. It's KarinaShare333. And you can also subscribe to Ragebreed on Instagram. I think Ragebreed is also on TikTok, and also on Twitter as well. So make sure you're subscribing. Most importantly, YouTube. Like our pages and groups, especially Ragebreed Against Bullying. Show your support. And don't be afraid of bullies, because they really are cowards. They appear to be strong because they're trying to humiliate you, but they really are not, because weak people need to do that. And if you're biting back, there's nothing wrong with it. Standing up for yourself, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And you need to have people in your life that do the right thing. You know, we need to be, if you are good people and you can see something is wrong, report the post. If you see someone bullying someone else, report the post. I've only ever stood up for myself in self-defense, because I don't understand the concept of bullying. You know, never have, you know, never really got why people get a kick out of it, you know, absolutely not. So, you know, it is what it is, but we need to be a unit. We need to be a family. That is what true metal family, true rockers and metalheads are about. You know, this whole bitching, it's not good for your mental health. It's not good for anyone, you know, and especially liars, because liars will always get caught out in the end. I mean, I'm you know, a couple of things that were mentioned on the hater page, I'll quickly go into this. Kerry Lee Moore. So, this girl was my best friend, and she got with a guy who I fell in love with. Now, say if you had a friend and you knew this girl was in love with someone, would you get with that guy? I certainly wouldn't. But it is what it is. You know, the thing is, I get if people have a connection, they want to be together, that's not a problem. The problem that I had with him was he was hitting on me and denying it. And we've had conversations, which I've got saved, which will be used as evidence about this. We had a mutually consented night together, and there has been lies and rumours spread up. Now, Kerry said, oh, you know, he hated her. Well, yeah, he did, because he got upset because he saw me kissing someone. And he always gets upset when I try and move on, but he rejected me first. He said that he didn't want to be with me, so I tried to move on. That's the logical thing to do. And then he got upset when I did. So yes, he hated me. And you know, I've recently been trying to resolve that. And I'm hoping that he has the strength and courage to be open and honest about what happened. Because you know, I get that he was trying to do that to get over me and saying he didn't like me or hated me and stuff like that. But the truth is, he always came back to me. And that is the truth. And when we shared that night together, you know, that was him pulling me towards him, you know, he was pulling me towards him. It's, you know, he's been hitting on me for over 10 years. But the times that I wouldn't get with him is when he was with someone, because I don't believe in cheating. So I'm very, you know, when it comes to things like that, I cared about him. I didn't want to be a fling. I wanted him to care, and I wanted him to say, let's date and see where it goes, you know, and actually build up a proper relationship. But I understand that he wasn't ready for that back then. Whether he is now, I don't know. You know, I've made peace with that. I've made peace with the fact that he got with a lot of my friends, you know, because when he did that, I had to be single, you know, and I did try and move on. But at the end of the day, we mutually communicated. There was no stalking involved. You know, he always used to talk to me privately, but in public, he would make out he hated me. And he did the same with the girls. Because he just didn't know what he wanted. And that's what I think. I think he just didn't know what he wanted. And he was trying to get over me because everyone was telling him to. So he was trying to get with other people that he didn't have that full connection with. And he knew that me and him were very close because we had a conversation about it. Darth Angel, he said he gets with girls he's not that bothered about because it's easier when they leave. I know we've had so many discussions. So, you know, at the end of it all, I hope that he comes clean about what happened and he tells the truth to everybody. because then I will respect him more. Because otherwise, I'm just going to have to put the evidence up. So it's better that it comes from him, and I hope he does have the courage to do that and he gets in contact. But if he doesn't, I'll be putting up the evidence and people will see it for what it is. I would never ever lie about stuff like this because I hate lies. I hate people lying to me. I hate deception. I hate it all. I don't understand why people can't just be upfront and honest. And sure, it gets me into trouble sometimes because people don't like to hear the truth, but it is the truth. So I've been punished for absolutely nothing. And that's the worst part of it all. If I'd done something major league wrong, all I've done is been honest with him. But I've apologised anyway, because if he saw it as something wrong, I never meant to hurt him, but I had to be clear with him and honest. So I was. And Kerry, unfortunately, doesn't know half of it. She was cheating on JP because a lot of the guys that she was seeing before him, or liked before him, confided in me and told me. And at the end of the day, he was someone I loved. I fell in love with him. And I told him the truth. I said to him, this is the truth. But he'd never believed me. He believed other people over me. So that's his problem. He has trust issues. So when there's people around you spreading lies about you, which people are doing to me, it's for business reasons. And he can't see that. He doesn't see it, but hopefully he will. But I believe that if a bond is strong enough, it can get through anything. And if he chooses to come clean, I can forgive him for not being ready. But he has to come clean with the lies, because they're hurting everybody. And, fucking hell. I mean, the times when he used to send me love songs, my dad was in the room. He was on his computer, I was on mine. My mum used to go, oh, what songs he sent you today? This is not something I'm making up. I've got conversations of him hitting on me and then me asking about it and stuff, and I saved them all. I saved all the MySpace conversations, and I did it because when he started denying that anything had ever happened, even though he'd hit on me the night before, I thought, I'm going to need to save evidence, because if this ever does get to what it has done now, I have the evidence. I have evidence of playlists, I have evidence of conversations, I've got evidence of his Spotify with a picture of me on it. Kerry probably needs to see that. So, yeah. It is what it is, and people believe what they want to believe. But we were best friends, and we had the same circle of friends. So, and the girls that decided not to be my friend anymore are girls that he hit on or had one night stands with. So you're obviously going to understand why they don't want to be friends with me when they know that I had such intense feelings for him. And that's why it's easier just to say that I was the stalker, which I'm not, because I have actually been with someone else, after him, called Mitch, and he's the guy that I went into a horrible, toxic bond with, where I got beat up, and I'm now having therapy for that. So my life hasn't been easy, and to have the bullying on top of all of that is just, it's chaos. But I'm centered in myself, and I'm quite confident in who I am and what I've done, and I believe in myself, and I'm a professional woman, and I've done so many courses, and I've managed so many people. I've been in positions of management, and I'm very, very happy with who I am. My depression isn't about me, it's about how people have treated me. It's more so I'm disappointed in people, because it's like people who I regarded as friends and people that I thought I could go to when shit was bad are the people that actually turned out to backstab me in the end. And that's truly sad. But again, as John said today, Johnny Angel, don't forget the people that support you and love you and care about you, and it's true. I'm very blessed. I'm very, very grateful, for all my fans, followers, supporters. The fact that people are asking me for cameos is hilarious, but it's really cool at the same time. But I won't be eating cake, Chris Heap. I'll send a slice to you though. Anyway, guys, enough is enough. I think I've talked quite a lot on this. So just want to love you and leave you, and please don't engage in bullying. Fair enough if you want to stand up for yourself, not a problem, but don't start the bullshit. It's just not worth it. It just really isn't. You're affecting someone's mental health, and in all honesty, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, because none of these people mean anything to me. They don't, because if they really cared about me, they would have come to me privately and said, can we discuss this and resolve it? And they never did. And even when I tried to, they never did, which is why now I have to start standing up for myself in a public way. So I hope you understand that and you realise that, and we shall be doing a lot more with Ragebreed Against Bullying next year. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve as well. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, have a great one. Love you lots. And like I say, if you are a victim of bullying, do not fear your bullies. Stand up to them. Expose them. Have evidence. Show all of it. I'm all about standing up for myself. If I've done something wrong, I'll put my hands up and say, yes, I've done something wrong. If I haven't, I'm not gonna accept the kind of abuse that I'm getting right now. So lots of love to you all. Keep it metal and keep it Ragebreed.
I support Ragebreed against bullying. I believe bullying, whether it verbal, covert, or physical bullying, is wrong. Don't do it.
Hi, it's Em from Ragebreed Radio. I'm the DJ on the boom, as well as the writer of Lake of Dreams. I'm doing this message for Karina and for everybody out there who hasn't got the message yet. I am firmly against bullying and also a massive supporter of Ragebreed's anti-bullying campaign. If you are a bully, stop it now. You're just making an ass of yourself and affecting somebody's life really badly. Quit it now and get on with your own life. Peace out.
Hello, my name is Emily, and I'm a team healer and a sales media manager. I'm also a Ragebreed girl. I like to show support towards our anti-bullying campaign. Whoever starts the bullying is the bully. Under any circumstances, should we bully one another in this company or any other media sites? If we see the bullying, we should stop it immediately. I just want to say happy holidays and season's greetings to everyone in the Ragebreed family and to everyone else who sees this. Much love.
Hi, Cinder here. I just wanted to let you know that I support Ragebreed and all its efforts against bullying. Listen, being a bully is not okay. We all have our differences, our beliefs, our opinions, our backgrounds, our race. Look, if we start embracing each other and our individualities, we'll unify this world. Let's come together and support each other. Ragebreed wants to do that. Let's support Ragebreed in their efforts against bullying. Love you guys.
You are listening to Ragebreed Radio. The woods of Everland speak to me. Twilight love is romantic. You are the one to set me free. I alone will not believe this story until it is received by your heart. This fantasy, come back, my love, and walk with me.
Take the moths off and breathe into your mouth. Dress you up in violet clothes. Just take you to the sun and hide you from the rain. Take you to the trees and all your dreams. Lost you somewhere in the sky. Gonna make you shine. Transfusion, different way to be. Summer passed my way, I didn't shed a tear. Knew it would be okay. Gonna make you shine so take flight in me. Now you're free. Take flight in me. Walked through the flowers, passed and thought of you. Didn't see one in bloom. All did. They died. Just wash it from my mind and tear it from my skin. Only the husk of your remains. Ain't it a shame?